given to the 12.
It's time for y'all to pull your head out the ass and wake up.
Ain't nobody at all. Doctors, we body and maul. The prophets is back and we pulling your cards. Your pastor a lie, he a fraud. You messed up and stepped in a room full of gods and hopped in a pool full of sharks. So watch what you saying when you do respond. Yeah.
Moses is speaking to the children of Israel. The whole Bible is written to the children of Israel. So let's see how special the children of Israel are to God, okay? Watch this. Let's see how special the children of Israel are to God.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Now, the scripture just said the Israelites are holy, chosen, special, and above all people. Now, these Israelites are very special to God, right? But the good news is you are an Israelite.
That's right.
But you don't know it yet. I'm going to show you without a shadow of a doubt. You're above all people upon the earth, like the scripture just said. You are holy, chosen, and special, and above all people. Now, let me ask you a question about that above all people. If the Israelites are above all people, is there a such thing as equality amongst people if God has already set the Israelites above all people? Is there a such thing as equality? Not like I said it. Read the last part again. Not like I said it. Now remember, we read the word said it now. Read that again, the last part.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Now who said it? God said the Israelites are above all people. I didn't say that, right? So let me prove to you that you are these people, bro. Period. Now, before I go into it, I'm gonna show you what happens if the Israelites do what God say. Give me Deuteronomy 28, 1 and 2. What happens if the chosen, holy, and special people do what God say? This is what's gonna happen. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently.
Now we shall hearken, if the Israelites would listen and hearken diligently to what God is saying.
Thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
Now God said if the Israelites hearken and listen and do all his commandments, read.
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Read.
And all these blessings shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So if the Israelites keep the commandments and do the commandments, it said all of these blessings will overtake them. You understand? So if the Israelites do what God say, the blessings are going to overtake them. That means they're going to run you over. Blessings is going, man, I'm blessed. And just keep running you over. Now, the flip side of it, if the Israelites, Brian, if the Israelites don't do what God say, what you think will happen? You'll get, boy, you all praises, Brian, that's right, but we're going to read it out of the Bible so you can't say I said it. We're going to blind up the Bible, what you just said. You're going to get punished. Give me that in Deuteronomy 28:15. Watch this, bro.
Deuteronomy chapter.
And this going to prove that you're an Israelite. We're going to prove to you that you're an Israelite, Brian. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
Right. So now it said, if the Israelites don't listen and observe or hearken to do all his commandments, what's going to happen?
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
It said if the Israelites don't do what God say by keeping his commandments, all the curses are going to come on them. So this is how the Israelites are identified. Go to verse 46. Yes, sir. We're going to watch this, bro. Watch this, Brian.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 46. And they
start at 45.
Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses.
Now, we just talked about the curses. If they don't do it, if the Israelites don't do what God said, right, you're going to be cursed. Read.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee.
If something pursuing you, what does it mean? What does that mean? If the curses are pursuing you, what does that mean when I say that? They following you, ain't they? They coming at you, right? Read. How long they gonna be on? Watch this.
And overtake thee.
And now the blessings will overtake you if you did the commandments. Now the blessings, like the curses are gonna overtake the Israelites if they don't do the commandments, right? You follow me, Brian? All praise. Read.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. And they, the curses, and they shall be upon thee,
shall be upon the Israelites,
for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
The curses are going to be upon thee for a sign. So God has put in the Bible that he's going to show you through these curses who the Israelites are today. You understand? It's just like this is Happy Mark. How do you know this is Happy Mark? By their sign. So how we're going to show you how we know that we're Israelites, but we're going to read it to you and see, do you fit it? We know you are, but we hope that you hearken. We're going to read you the curses that God say is the sign that you're going to identify by, right? Watch this. Give me verse 16. Where you from, bro? Una. Watch this. Is it a poor part of Una? Like real poor? Okay, watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. Cursed shall thy be in the city.
Cursed shall thou be in the city. This is one of the curses. Now, you live in Una. What people live in the worst part of Una?
Worst people?
The worst part. What people live in the worst parts of Una? Who stayed up? Okay, you fit the curse, right? Remember, Moses speaking to the Israelites, but we're gonna keep them coming. You fit that curse, part of that curse. Read.
And cursed shall thy be in the field.
And cursed shall thou be in the field. Now, what's up, bro? How you doing? Come over here for a minute, I'll let you. Cursed shall thou be in the field. Did your ancestors, and brother, what's your name, bro? Oh, you on the phone, all right. Hey, what's, Brian, were your people cursed in the field? Let me ask you a better question. Did your people pick cotton? Did your ancestors pick cotton? Was that a curse? Who Moses talking to? Who was us? What Moses called it? You own it, Brian. It fits. Let's keep going. Go to verse 32. It's plain, bro. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Your sons and thy daughters and thy sons shall be given to another people. Did that happen to your ancestors? You fit another curse. Who Moses talking to, Brian? The Israelite. What that make you, Brian? What that make you, Brian? Oh, it's simple, bro. Keep reading that.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand.
Now, it says there shall be no might in thy hand. Now, if you were honest, if y'all were brothers, we all family, and an oppressor came up, and we all brothers, and an oppressor came up and said, I want you, we're going to lead them two back. How would that make you feel? But what could you do about it? Read that last part again.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
Scripture just said the same thing you just said, bro. You couldn't do nothing about it because you were in captivity. You was in slavery because of disobedience to God. You understand? You understand that, Brian? These are the curses that we know we by. Go to verse 48. Start at go to 47.
Deuteronomy chapter 28.
46, 47.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
Remember, those curses shall be upon thee, right? For a sign. Read.
And for a wonder. And upon thy seed forever. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
So these curses gonna be on us because we did not want to keep the commandments, basically, right? That's why we're cursed. Read.
For the abundance of all things.
Now, read.
Therefore,
stop. Because we did keep the commandments, we got these curses on him. So watch this. Therefore, what's gonna happen for us not keeping the commandments? Therefore, what?
Shall thy serve thine enemy?
Shall you do what?
Serve thine enemy.
One more time.
Serve thine enemy.
Who are the enemies we serve? Man, I didn't say that. You said it. But you're right. You're absolutely right. And it's not just only Esau. It's all the other nations. It's 18 nations on the earth. The Israelite is one nation and it's 17 others. The Israelites were enslaved in all other nations. All of them. You understand? Read that. Start therefore again.
Therefore shall thy serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall sin against thee.
Which who shall sin?
Which the Lord shall sin against thee.
Who sent the enemies against the Israelites? Your people. Read again. That's right.
Which the Lord shall sin against thee.
Who? The Lord God. That's right. Read.
In hunger.
How? In hunger. So if you want to get something to eat, where you go get some food from? You go where? Restaurant? Who on the restaurant? Most restaurants. Even if they, who? Okay. What you think? All right, read.
And in thirst.
What about the water? You want something to drink? Where you gotta go get it? Who on the stove? Who on the bottle and come? What go? Read.
And in nakedness.
Clothes. We got a Jordan shirt on. Jordan on the cotton textile. So whose shirt? Whose shirt really it is? Period. Simple ain't it, man? Read.
And in want of all things.
Now, you want a birth certificate. You want a death certificate. You want to know religion. Who you got to go to? Who told us? Yeah, bro, it's simple, bro. I told you it's going to be simple. And we reading it straight out the scriptures, man. Read.
And he,
the enemies,
and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Who did that? Who put a yoke of iron on the Israelites' neck? Who put a yoke of iron around the Israelites' neck? God did, but what people he have do it that's on earth today? Just like that. So what are you, brother? You are Israel. What are you, brother? Ain't no doubt about it. It's going to give you one more curse. Look at Exodus chapter 20. Watch this.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2.
I'll show you what the word Egypt means before I go to the next curse, okay? Read that.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Out of the land of Egypt.
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. When the Israelites were in Egypt, they were in slavery. So Egypt and bondage are synonymous, right? Egypt and bondage means slavery. Bondage, slavery, Egypt all mean the same thing. They intertwine. Okay? Now go to the last curse in the Bible. Give me Deuteronomy 28:68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Lord shall bring thee into Egypt, or slavery, right? Or bondage, right? We agree? All right, so start from the top again, sir.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now, again, so the Israelites were in slavery in Egypt, right? So God said because you're not going to obey his commandments, he's going to bring you into slavery again. Yes. But how did your people get from the west coast of Africa to the United States, to the Americas? How did we get over here? What mode of transportation? By boat? By boat? All right, read from the top.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt
into slavery?
Into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
One more time.
With ships.
Boats, ships, cargo, slave ships, not the love boat. Not no cruise. We was at the bottom of them things getting doo-dooed on with our own people, having to drink our feces, bro. It was horrible. That was a horrible ride over here because we're not doing what God said. by keeping his commandments, bro. We have to wake up, bro. It's time. It's time, Brian. Did I lie to you, Brian? Did the Bible lie to you? What are you, bro? You're an Israelite. What are you, bro? So what? So now you know you're an Israelite. What are you required to do? What you got to do? Now, we went into the curses because we disobeyed God. How are you going to get out of the curses? By what? By obeying God, obeying the commandments, and keep talking about it over and over again. We got to wake up, bro. Give me Deuteronomy 10, all praise. Give me that.
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now Israel.
Now, you Israel, right? You know you Israelites now, according from the Bible. And we proved it. You said it. You said you're Israelite. Read.
And now Israel, what do the Lord thy God require of thee?
Okay, now you know you Israel. What he require of you?
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Right. So let me ask you a question. How do you fear God and walk in all his ways? How do you do that? If you were going to teach somebody, how would you teach them to do that? Can you hug God? Can you send them flowers? So how do you do it? How do you actually fear God and walk in all his ways? How do you do it? That's right. We're going to read the next verse. This is the answer right here. Read the next verse.
To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
What did it say?
To keep the commandments.
To do what?
To keep the commandments.
How you fear God and walk in all his ways?
To keep the commandments.
How you do that? How you love God and walk in all his ways? What you say, Brian? Simple. You didn't hear that. Read it again. How you love, fear God, and walk in all his ways?
To keep the commandments.
To do what? So what you got to do? Read it again.
To keep the commandments.
What you got to do, brother? There it is. There it is. You want eternal life, don't you? Give me Matthew 19:16. So now we know we Israel. This whole Bible is for the Israelites. The entire Bible, bro. You understand? This Bible is talking to you. One of my brothers told me a story. If y'all, like I said, if we all live together, and I left the house, and I wrote a note saying, hey, it's a 6-pack of Coke in there for y'all. Y'all can have it. And then all y'all eventually leave later, and then somebody kick your door down. And they read the note, and they say, oh, they left me some Coke. Is that true? Who the Coke for? For them or for you? So they saw the note and read the note and thought it was for them, but no, they actually robbed. They actually took your identity. That's the same thing going on today. People have taken our identity, bro. They robbing us. This book is only for us, bro. Period. Point blank. It's only for the children of Israel. That's it. Remember, say you're holy, chosen, special, and above all people on the face of the earth. That has never changed. That has never changed. You've been lied to. We've been indoctrinated. Do you understand?
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.